We will tell you an ancient Egyptian story that is terrifying and frightening, and it is the story of a pharaoh who came out of the dead and took his revenge. Welcome to our channel, the place where the past comes alive. Join us as we transport you back in time to experience history firsthand through the stories we tell. Sit back, relax, and let your imagination run wild as we take you on a journey through time. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our exciting adventures. Pharaoh Akhenaten, the heretic king who turned Egypt upside down, obsessed over his own mortality and the futility of life after death. At the peak of his powers around 1350 BC, the strange-looking monarch with a large head and an even bigger ego commissioned some weird black granite statues of himself and his family. These statues, with their protruding eyes and contorted expressions, are among the most haunting images from ancient Egypt. But what was the thinking behind them? Did they hold some secret meaning known only to the pharaoh, or were they simply a reflection of his inner turmoil? Some experts believe that the disturbing appearance of these statues reflects the pharaoh's obsession with death and his search for immortality. If that's true, then they may hold the key to one of the greatest mysteries of the ancient world. As the royal sculptor, you have been summoned by the pharaoh to create a statue of him and his family. The pharaoh has specified that the statue should be made of black granite and have protruding eyes. He also wants the statue to reflect the futility of life and the inevitability of death. How would you approach this project? What kind of design elements would you incorporate into the statue to convey the pharaoh's wishes? Would you try to capture the essence of his personality and his obsession with death in the statue? Or would you focus more on the technical aspects of the sculpture and try to create a perfect likeness of the pharaoh and his family? How would you decide what features to include and which ones to leave out? And how would you balance the pharaoh's wishes with your own artistic vision? Akhenaten ruled over Egypt for over 17 years, and during his reign he did many strange things. One of the most bizarre was his decision to turn the great city of Thebes into a trash dump. Thebes was once a thriving metropolis, but Akhenaten decided to abandon it and turn it into a rubbish dump instead. He ordered all the valuable artifacts and treasures to be stripped from the city and taken to his new capital of Amarna. Then he commanded that the gates of the city be sealed and guarded day and night, so that no one could enter or leave. Over time, the city became a desolate wasteland, a shadow of its former self. People were forbidden to live there, and it was slowly swallowed by the desert sands. But why did Akhenaten do this? There can be several reasons for such a strange decision. Maybe he wanted to punish the city for not supporting him, or maybe he just didn't care about it at all. It's hard to say what was going on in the mind of such a unique pharaoh. Whatever the reason, the fate of Thebes was sealed. It became a ghost town and a warning to other cities not to defy the pharaoh. Today, we can only wonder what might have happened if Akhenaten had not abandoned the city. Could it have become one of the most important centers of the ancient world, or would it have met the same fate as many other cities? Only time will tell. Akhenaten's obsession with death and the afterlife led him to make some unusual choices. For example, he chose a rather unusual burial site for himself and his family, which puzzled scientists. Archaeologists uncovered a vast burial complex near the modern city of Cairo. It contained 3 great pyramids, dozens of tombs, and a small village that once housed thousands of workers. The discovery was shocking. The sheer scale of the complex suggested that it was meant for a pharaoh, not for a series of lesser nobles. The archaeologists found no trace of Amenhotep III, whose mummy was discovered in the nearby Valley of the Kings. Instead, they found the remains of Queen Nefertiti and 63 unidentified individuals. What was this mysterious burial site used for, and who was it intended for? Why was Akhenaten's body never found? Is it lost forever? Or is it hiding somewhere waiting to be discovered? These questions have baffled scientists for decades, and there are many theories to explain the mystery, but none of them can be considered definitive. Perhaps one day we will learn the truth behind this enigmatic burial site. But until then, it remains one of the most puzzling mysteries of ancient Egypt. The tomb of the unknown pharaoh is located in the vast burial complex of the Theban necropolis. The discovery of the tomb was a major breakthrough in the study of ancient Egypt. It provided invaluable insights into the religious beliefs and burial practices of the time. However, Despite its historical significance, the tomb remains shrouded in mystery. The identity of the pharaoh whose remains were found in the tomb is still unknown. Despite extensive research, archaeologists have been unable to decipher the hieroglyphics inside the tomb or cover any other clues that could shed light on the pharaoh's identity. This has led to numerous theories and speculation, but ultimately, the truth remains elusive. The tomb itself is a marvel of ancient engineering and art. The passage leading to the burial chamber is adorned with intricate carvings, depicting scenes from Egyptian mythology. The burial chamber is equally impressive, with the mummified remains of the pharaoh and his family laid to rest on a raised platform. The walls of the chamber are covered in hieroglyphics that detail the pharaoh's achievements and legacy. Despite its grandeur, the tomb is eerily silent. There are no visitors or tourists allowed, and the only sound that can be heard is the echo of one's own footsteps. The silence is deafening and serves as a reminder of the pharaohs long gone and forgotten. The recent discovery of a broken funerary mask bearing the name Tutankhamun suggests that the tomb may have belonged to this famous pharaoh. However, this theory is disputed, and the true identity of the pharaoh buried in the tomb remains a mystery. Pharaoh Tutankhamun, one of the most famous rulers of ancient Egypt, died at the age of 19 in 1323 BC. His untimely demise has been the subject of much speculation and intrigue, with various theories attempting to explain the cause of his death. One of the most popular theories is that Tutankhamun was the victim of foul play. According to this theory, the pharaoh was deliberately poisoned by his advisors, stepmother and wife, Ankhesenamun. The motive behind the murder is said to be a power struggle, with the real power residing in the hands of his advisors, General Horemheb and the high priest of Amun. These powerful figures allegedly orchestrated the pharaoh's demise to secure their own positions of power and influence. However, there is no concrete evidence to support this theory, and it remains purely speculative. Another prevalent theory is that Tutankhamun's death was caused by a random event. According to this theory, the pharaoh's untimely death was due to a freak accident or unforeseen circumstance. For instance, it is believed that Tutankhamun may have fallen off his chariot while riding at a funeral procession, or may have been injured during a hunting expedition. However, this theory, too, lacks solid evidence, and the true cause of the pharaoh's death remains a mystery. In the absence of concrete evidence, various theories regarding the murder attempt on Tutankhamun continue to circulate. Some believe that the pharaoh was targeted by his advisors due to his inexperience and inability to effectively rule. Others believe that Tutankhamun's religious reforms and policies were seen as a threat by the powerful priesthood, leading to his assassination. However, these theories remain speculative, and the true motive behind any potential conspiracy against the pharaoh is unknown. The mystery surrounding Tutankhamun's death continues to captivate historians and Egyptologists alike. While the truth may never be known, the various theories provide an intriguing glimpse into the complexities of power, religion, and politics in ancient Egypt. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and share it with your friends. Also, check out our other videos, which bring you the most amazing stories from human history. We assure you hours of quality entertainment. Thanks for watching.